Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Some of you might be wondering why I already have this glass poured. I was originally doing a review for this beer. I was kind of caught off guard by what it tasted like, so I kind of stopped the video to make sure I was really tasting what I thought I was tasting. But in sticking to my promise of being called no bull, like I'm not, and not sugarcoating stuff, I'm gonna give this an honest review. But I wanted to stop and taste a little bit more before I did a complete review. So, anyways, what I'm drinking is this is from High Branch Brewing Company. It is called out of Concord, North Carolina. It is called Is It Hoppy? It's a hazy double IPA. It's 8.2 ABV. So, as you can see, it pours a darker golden color, almost orange, with there's not really much of a head, but that's only because it's fizzled down a little bit since I opened it, so that's really not the issue. But this is a little darker than some of their other beers generally are. So I will say the first thing that concerned me about opening this that I mentioned in the other video that I stopped, and I thought that I had paused it, but unfortunately I stopped it, because if I had just paused it I would have continued. But is for whatever reason, the way they fill their cans, they're always like completely full. So when you crack them open, they like spray a little bit, which I don't mind that. I mean, I appreciate the fact that they're completely full. But sometimes it feels like there's like 16.5 ounces in it. It's crazy, like they just spray because there's that much in it. But this one, when I opened it, it wasn't like a low fill, but it was pretty similar to what you would get out of, I don't know, a can from any other brewery. So, I didn't really think much of it, but I did notice that, and I thought that was interesting. And then I poured it, and I saw this, and I'm like, this looks somewhat normal for some IPAs, but theirs are generally like pretty bright and vibrant, and a little less, not quite as dark as this. But I still didn't really think too much of it until I smelled it. And on the nose, I definitely thought I detected some diacetyl. And then I tasted it, and I get it in the taste. And it's not just the taste, but the way the carbonation level is or something. Like, the beer just tastes very like slick and oily, and that's another sign of there being like a high level of diacetyl in the beer. Now, it's not to the level where I'm like, ooh, I can't drink this. It's not. Trust me, I've made homebrews where there was a ton of diacetyl in it, and I messed them up, and they were undrinkable. This is not undrinkable. That's why I'm drinking it now. And it tastes like if that wasn't in there, that this would be a really good beer. But I'm not going to say that I'm not getting that taste, because I am. And it's enough to cover up what I would think would be like a really nice beer. So it is unfortunate. I'm hoping that this is just this one can, and maybe the other cans in the 4-pack I have are okay. That's probably unlikely, but I'll test it out. We'll see what we get. But I wanted to come back and give an honest review. I wasn't gonna withhold the review because I like these guys. Again, I know they have other people who work in the brewery help them can, so it might have been just a mistake of someone who doesn't necessarily exactly know what they're doing. So, because they are a pretty small operation, but at least for this can I got, there's definitely a more than expected or appreciated level of diacetyl in this. And it's kind of unfortunate because it smells like, if you could pull out that smell and just focus on the other stuff, it smells like it would be a really nice beer. Same with the taste, but it's just like that slick, buttery. It's really unfortunate. This is only like, I've had so many of their different cans. This is only the second time that I've even had a remote trace of diacetyl, but I feel like the more I drink it, the heavier it is. So if I do get when I do open another one of these, which I will because it's not that bad where I'm not going to drink it, I will, try to do another review. If it's the same thing, I'm not going to post it because what's the point? But if it's better, then I will post it. To rectify it, that it was just one mishap in canning or whatever. So, yeah, like I said, I would say this is a drink for me. It's still not a dump because it's not that prevalent, and everything else behind it is pretty tasty. So, but knowing this is what it tastes like, I mean, they just released their honey drip tonight, which is no, I had it on tap. I didn't have it in the can, but I'm assuming those cans are fine. Which is another, I don't think it's a double, but it's an IPA with honey, and I think it's one of the best things that they've done. It is a really, really, really good beer. So, this might have just been one slip up, so I won't fault them for that. But that's all I got on this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.